Holy boobies. God damn, man. Yo, this gotta be the thumbnail, man. What the fuck? Before we go over the patch, for the last 3 days, man, I've been kind of being a little doomer, but also predicting this massive patch. We've had some leaks, and that got me thinking. I expected the best case as well as the worst case scenario after also reading the Korean community as well. Give you guys a TLDR is that in Korea, we've had a max eye level of 16, 15 for almost 1 year. These mats that we don't have in NAEU, we're swimming in them. They're worth almost nothing. Gold is getting inflated to the moon without having a bot issue in Korea. People are not spending their gold or honing their mains. Blue crystals for 95 was at its all-time high, over 3,400 gold, which is very not free-to-play friendly, obviously. That's a lot of freaking gold for 95 blue crystals. Whether we wanted a soft reset or not, for the health of the game, we need a gold sink. And today was the day that I predicted, well, a lot of people predicted, that will tell us a little bit more about this soft reset. So anyways, before that, I want to talk about the balance patch. We had a balance patch about 8 or 9 days ago on the PTR. So this is the PTR patch notes, and this is the live in Korea. We got the new Rapport NPCs. You guys don't care about that in the West. Class balance patch. They tried adjusting various parts such as class identity, job engraving, skills, tripods, etc. Make it more logical and also give some updates to some of the older, more unpopular classes that needed dire tuning, fixing. So anyways, if you guys are playing in the West, you guys will get the love. But for now, we got mostly, they gave love to destroyers as well as summoners and artillerists. And Shadow Hunters got the demon form. They even fixed the running animation. Compared to the PTR, it looks way better. It looks so good. I'm thinking about making a Shadow Hunter. To give you guys a TLDR, Hallucination tier set got buffed. Now the damage is the same, but the uptime got way easier. I mean, Hallucination might come back for some classes. We'll have to wait and see. Berserker, same as PTR. Nothing got changed for Mayhem. Berserker's Mastery got a little bit of love. That's it. For Berserkers, same as PTR. Gun Lancers, same. The tripod increased the range of bash by 70%. Destroyers, same as PTR. Basically, the gravity training got a lot of love. Even the other class engraving also got some damage boost as well. Compared to the PTR, they took away some of the gravity gauge generation. It's not as good as the PTR balance patch, but it's still better than the live balance patch. So overall, TLDR, Destroyers, a W. Scrappers, 3.7% nerf in PvE for shock skills. Now, people ask me all the time, shock scrappers, are they weak now? Are they not viable? Is Taijutsu better? Still, shock scrappers are dominating. This is not enough, okay? Nothing to worry about. Same thing with Soul Master, Soul Fists. You guys will be fine, all right? Lance Master, okay, so they're all same from the PTR. Lance Master, red skills are getting 6.6% buff. Artillerists, compared to the PTR, got some changes. Overall, I've talked to some artillerists. They're just saying that the rotation, their class feels more logical, convenient, smoother.
I'm seeing 5 to 10% damage increase, but I'll have to look more into it. Okay. On similar settings, I get like 5 to 10% damage.
But what artillerist spec are you playing?
Barrage mode. A spec and crit, salvation, and it's the wheelchair build.
But the only downside is rebuilding.
Yeah.
And the reason you're rebuilding is because they're not letting summoners and artillerists do
double engravings. Yeah,
yes, double engravings. Because they want to give each class engraving its own identity.
It's a change in the good direction. I approve.
Yeah. So, all in all, artillerists got changed for the better. Some people will like it, some people won't. Anyways, sharpshooters, all damage increased by 4.8%. Is it enough? I don't think they just wanted damage. They wanted smoother rotation. They felt a little bit clunky. I think in order for that to happen, we have to wait for them kind of going back and revising the class, giving the older classes some love like they did to summoners. Scouters, damage got buffed, 4.0%. So sharpshooter, scouter, gunslinger, same as the PTR. So the shotgun skills, damage increased by 5%. Also, Peacemaker engraving got changed. You got the flat crit rate when you go into shotgun mode, and then the damage increase is like that. But overall, because the shotgun skills damage have been buffed, it's a very significant shotgun damage buff. Now, is Peacemaker 3 better than Peacemaker 1? Yes. Is Peacemaker 1 buffed as well? Yes. Gunslingers overall got buffed. Whether you're Peacemaker 1 or 3, do you want to change your settings now? It's up to you, right? If you have a 9-7 rock, sure. Man, what the fuck? The damage buff is nice and everything, but it's not damage that we wanted. We wanted like less animation lock, not being tied to the 4th shot, just executing the damage faster so we can be mobile again because we're very squishy. But anyways, all that aside, all you need to know is that you got buffed. Time to On also got some love, 5% more crits at level 3. I don't know if you should redo your settings in NAEU just yet because, one, we don't have the balance patch yet. When is it going to come from Korea? We don't know. Is it going to come after the tripod change? We don't know. I would wait a little bit before. Like, what do you guys think? Dude, let me know down below. I wouldn't really jump the gun and switch right now, dude. Summoners. We don't have summoners in NAEU. All you need to know, summoners got a lot of love visually and damage-wise. Thank God they needed it. Arcana, compared to the PTR, a little bit of changes, but overall, Arcana mains are happy. Like, to get the good cards, the RNG has been adjusted and the rotation feels smoother. Yeah, that's what Arcana mains have said. Aeromancers, we don't have this in NAU. She got buffed? I don't get it. Okay, I guess they don't want to nerf her just yet. I play her at 1590. She's not even maxed out. Like, if the max potential is like the 100th floor of a skyscraper.
Prime check.
Dude, I'm at like floor 16, and I already know she has so much potential. We'll see what happens to her. Aeromancers, the new demon form for Shadowhunters, looking good. Better than the PTR, because the running animation got fixed as well. Other than that, that's pretty much it for KR, for balance changes. Now, I'm going to do a talk show with KR streamers at Twitch on Friday. We're going to talk about this. So, basically, Akan is the 5th Legion Commander raid. The entry item level will be 1580 for normal and 1600 for hard mode. There is also going to be a practice mode at 1500. And you'll get these condoms and you'll go to the NPC, you'll get some free mats and maybe a legendary card, legendary engraving. While that's great, vertically in Korea, we've had no vertical progression for almost 11 months now. The economy has staggered down, there's gold inflation, people are sitting on their eye level, they're not really doing much, people maybe not even logging in. No like real chase. So what they're doing is doing a soft reset. You could call it tier 3.5, whatever you want to freaking call it. If you don't know what a soft reset is, you've experienced it in NAEU as well. Remember when you guys had blue and purple gear at tier 3 and you honed that to plus 15 and then you got the legendary gear from Argos and or from Oreha? Remember how it went down to plus 6? That is coming to NAEU as well with Breshaza. I made a video, it's on YouTube as well, it has like 140k views, about why maybe you should consider stopping at plus 20 or 21. Because you'll be able to gear transfer into Breshaza gear and gain item level as well as boosted honing rates. But there's a catch. The catch is that you have to use the new Breshaza mats. Now the Breshaza mats are going to be mad expensive in the beginning. Okay, just to give you an example, these 10, just 10, were 140 gold. So a stack, 9999, was 140,000 gold. Who bought these? Whales. You should take note, right? I'm telling you what's gonna happen in the future. If you're not getting it, there's a huge gold making opportunity coming your way. Nowadays, these are worth 1/3 of that. Now, what did I say? We're swimming in these mats right now. Okay, these new rocks, we're swimming in them. These were 200 gold each. Now, they went all the way down to 26. Now, they spiked again because of the Akan raid. So people are FOMOing, honing like crazy. But still, not even close to 250 gold per, right? These will hit NAU. And the more 1490 characters you have, the more you can pump these out and put them in the market if you desire to do so. Hint, hint. Now, you may be thinking, whoa, 1490? That's fucking so hard. And you're right. But Breshaza is not tomorrow. Clown is not tomorrow. It's next month for Clown. And we gotta wait a couple more months until Breshaza. So you have time to jump in on this gold making opportunity. And if you want to witness this yourself, come to one of our streams, right? Because I will be doing this with Akan in 2 weeks. And the FOMO is gonna be insane because we're getting the new Guardians. First one, this guy. I don't know if you remember. Levanatos, whatever the fuck his name is. Oh, new boss rush as well. New boss rush, of course, because get the new rocks. Yeah, the gems will stay the same. We'll get the same amount of gems. We're also getting the Elgasia Chaos Dungeons. And comes new materials. Remember I said about the worst case scenario, but also kind of needed because the market's stagnant? These mats and the new rock are gonna sell like crazy in Korea because people have a new motivation to hone again, to enter Akan raid. Hard mode is 1600 item level, and the max eye level has been lifted from 1615 ancient gear to 1650. So here comes another soft reset, gear transfer. So most people thought going to plus 20 would be safe, like relic gear, and we were wrong. 1590 will go to plus 13. So they'll enjoy the higher honing rates to get to 1600 versus grinding to 1600 today. Grinding from 1590 to 1600 today, the honing rates are god awful, right? However, with plus 13 to plus 15, just 2 honing sessions per gear slots, they're gonna enjoy the higher rates. However, we have to use the new mats now if you gear transfer. So what is the overall message then? People that take it slow will get there cheaper. But what's the sacrifice? They will not be able to join the hardest Legion Commander raid, which is hard mode Akan, day 1, if they are not at 1600 eye level, if they parked at 1590 with this news. Now, do they want to go now versus later? Is up to them. Going later will always be cheaper. Why? As you do the normal mode, because at 1590 you could do normal. Over a course of a couple weeks, they'll get the mats, like Brezhaza, and then they'll be able to craft Akan gear, and then gear transfer. Over those couple weeks, the mat prices will also go down. So you have to choose as a low spender or budget player or a free to play, whether you want to join the hardest content day 1 or take it slow and make money. Now, why are people complaining about this? Because most people sat at 1590. They guessed that the Akan raid will not have a hard mode. And if there was a hard mode launching with normal mode, they expected 1590. They were wrong. So in order to do the hard mode, they have to hone 10 item levels. Now you may be thinking, well, 10 item levels, that's not hard. But in Korea, that's 10 honing sessions. And we're talking about, at this item level, about 250,000 shards per armor piece, right? So expected cost is about anywhere from 500 to a million gold in KR. Why are people angry in Korea? Because they didn't give us an early warning, like nothing. This felt greedy because we have 10,999 characters at 1600 item level in Korea. Characters, not people. And of those, 10% are support. Had they known maybe a month or 2 ago that Akan hard mode will be 1600, they probably would have stopped honing their ults and honed their main. I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about the general population of the game. This angers me because there was no warning. And it feels like a greedy move to me. TLDR, man, it sucks for KR. And I'm happy that NAU players can see this, because now at least they can always prepare way better than we did. The health of the game in Korea, this was not a good move. Soft reset was needed. New materials were needed. I get that. But then where was the freaking warning, man? I'm talking about the general population. They're fucked. They're incentivized, they're pressured to home, and they're pressured to do whatever the fuck they need to do. RMT or sell carries or swipe. I don't like that. That's dirty to me. Not only that, they kind of fucked over the free-to-play Esther players by locking them. You can't buy their Esther essences above 30 essences, which I think that's dirty. But they said it's gonna be for whales and CEOs. I get that part. They said that a year ago. But why didn't you just lock the Esther essences a year ago then, upon release? Why give all these thousands and thousands of hardcore free-to-play players, or medium, low light spend, whatever you want to call yourself, right? Because they have farmed Brezhaza for a year without a break. The hardcore, they did not take a week off, and they were grinding. While it may take some time and effort, that one day they'll get the Esther weapon. And then now, they're saying it's impossible? Now they're gonna be falling back and saying, but we told you, man, it's for CEOs. But still! Will Esther essences be needed for 9 and 10? Yes, they are. They're not called 9 and 10 now. They're just gear transferred Esther weapons. Why did they do the Esther like that? So the reason why Esther 6 goes from 1625 to 1650 with this new mat, and this mat will not be cheap. Because max eye level is now 1650, right? So if people have maxed eye level, then Esther 6 becomes irrelevant. So Esther 6 is equal now to maxed out ancient weapon. And then Esther 8 will be 1680, 30 eye levels above. Now, one thing that fucking freaks me out is right here. Oh no, this is bad. So why am I concerned? Maybe you guys are experiencing this in NAU as well. You guys are experiencing something called a damage inflation. I don't know if you guys noticed, but your Vulcan clears are getting super fast, right? If you guys are still doing Wei Cheese, you have to wait a lot longer than first week, right? Damage inflation is pretty bad in Korea, man. That means that while Akan is challenging all the other raids, Brashaza and Clown, they're gonna be a joke. The math will be out. But I feel like maybe stopping at 22 weapon will be the most efficient. And that's just the weapon. We don't know about the armor. Oh no, okay. Man, that's like one of the things a lot of people complain about. If you're gonna make a spec up our characters, at least get rid of the deal cuts, which is where we just stop damage and wait around for the boss to do a mechanic so that we don't wipe. For example, Bredshots and Meteors. But anyways, that's another topic. We'll talk about that on Friday. But yeah, I mean, all of this was great. All of this was needed. It just, communication was missed. Kayangel, when Kayangel came out, we had some early warnings. The director came on board, did a live stream, just himself, to inform us about Kayangel expected eye level, as well as the rewards. We still don't know Akan rewards, and this 2-week notice is kind of smudge. But, you know, there's a lot of greed in this world. And Diablo Immortal exists. I've played a lot of greedy games, man, in the past, so I know where they can go. I mean, what the streamers know from now on, going forward for Taymine, we're over-speccing, dude. Anyways, for those in NAU, don't worry about it. You guys will be fine. You guys have all the spoilers, warnings, cheat sheets, guides. You got me and everyone else, so you'll be okay. But I just wanted to vent a little bit. That's it, guys. That's it.